Hi everybody, it's Sleigh, and today I would like to talk about why the harmonica is the greatest accidental blues instrument ever. And the thing that got me fired up about this idea is that Hohner recently came out with this 125th anniversary Marine Band harmonica. Let me give you a close-up of this thing. It's got the original cover plate design with the mouse ears and the iconic Marine Band design. Patent August 24th, 1897, but it came out in 1896. And on the back side, once again, the mouse ears, and then it's got this is the original cover plate design with what collectors call the ragged sleeves and the six-pointed star in the middle. And this new version of it is also the box. The box is just super cool. So here's the box, and this is the original box design, and I just love the old graphics on these things. It's a cardboard box, and then there's this there's M. Hohner, and this is the original box design. So there you go, the cardboard box and the harmonica. So that's what got me reminiscing about my own personal history with this instrument. Okay, so why is the harmonica the greatest accidental blues instrument in history? It was not, when this thing came out, blues didn't even exist. This was designed for playing folk tunes and to be basically a miniature accordion that you could put in your pocket, and it allowed you to play chords and melody and accompany yourself on this instrument. So that's what it was designed for. The biggest market for the instrument was in the United States, and Matthias Hohner was a marketing genius, and he came up with all kinds of ways to get people interested in this. And at the time when this came out, John Philip Sousa was basically a rock star in the United States. His U.S. Marine Band was really famous, and they swung a deal with Hohner to use his name and to call this the Marine Band after the United States Marine Band. And it came out on the market, and coinciding also with the heyday of the steam train. And people on this over here started noticing that you could imitate a steam train with it, and that kind of started getting the wheels turning, so to speak. Because when you start doing the whistle, and other things, people started to discover there are all kinds of vocal effects. I think that may have been where some of this got started, because people started working the whistle. And hey, there's all these other notes here. And they started playing all the notes that weren't supposed to be there. Actually, in Germany, some of the designers of harmonicas were trying to solve the problem of how to keep this thing from bending, because people would accidentally bend the notes. So they came out with tremolos and other harmonicas where it was impossible to bend notes. And to their minds, that was an improvement. but this is what we wanted over here. And this is what started taking off in its own new way of playing this instrument. And when the blues started to hit in the United States in the early 20th century, this instrument was immediately caught up in it because it was inexpensive, easy to carry around, and it had that incredible vocal quality. Plus, as I said, greatest accidental blues instrument ever. It's built around a major scale. There's a major scale in the middle of the harmonica, and it's designed to play chords. So on the blow notes, this is a C harmonica, so you've got a C. Whoops. And when you draw, you get the G chord. And the notes you can bend are all on this draw G seventh chord, which is a very bluesy chord. So all of the notes between the notes were built in on this when you played it and when you learned to bend the notes. And this allowed you to work the blues in a really rich, amazing way, because blues is a music that goes from major to minor. It's very ambivalent, it has a lot of tension. And so to be able to play the major scale and the minor scale and all the notes in between the notes, you can't do that on a piano. You can do it on a guitar different ways. So there were a lot of people experimenting with guitars and harmonicas. And the harmonica just became a really huge presence in the history of the blues because of this accident of history that allowed it. Just the note layer was just put together in such a way that those notes down here in the draw would bend and give you all of these, like for example, you can play the major scale in various ways. That next to the last note is the G7 flat 7, but you can get the major 7 down here. And you can also get the minor pentatonic scale, which is a huge part of the blues. And the blues scale, which has one more note added to that 5-note minor pentatonic scale to give you that flat 5. Very easy note to bend once you get your bending skills together on draw 4 and draw 1. So you've got all these fat, amazing blue notes, and with tongue blocking, you go from the to the So with the tongue blocking and the bends and all the double stops, it has this really super rich accumulation of things you can do in second position. Cross harp. I'll talk about straight harp, cross harp, and double cross. We'll get to that. But this is cross harp because straight harp is the key of C, the key that the harmonic is tuned to. And in straight harp, you get all of those incredible bent notes up in the top octave. That's where you can play the blues scale, and the minor pentatonic scale and everything is up on the top. And you also got a lot of them on the first octave, but not all of them. So there's first position. And cross harp is start with C, C, D, E, F, G. G is the fifth, and that is the draw chord. So you cross into the key of G by going into that. And then double cross is also known as third position. I've heard this expression double cross, and I think it's really cool because what you've done is you cross from C to G by going C to E, F, G, and then you cross one more time G, A, B, C, D. So that's double cross. And double cross is third position, key of D on a C harmonica. And just like first position has a home chord, second position has a home chord, third position has a home chord in the middle of the harmonica. It's that train whistle. It's the D minor chord. And then in the D minor, you can also play major. So you can, because of the bent notes, you can switch from the major to the minor just like you can in second position and first position. There's all these ways that you can work that ambiguity of the blues between major and minor. And it's all because of this accidental quality of the instrument of being able to bend those notes. And in third position, you've just got all this sweet stuff on top of the harmonica. You can also play a minor pentatonic scale, a blues scale, over 2 octaves, and you've got all kinds of home chord stuff that you can do. So that's sort of a quick tour of the 3 main positions. I call them the 3 main positions because they all have a root chord available on the harmonica: C major, G seventh, and D minor. And then you add another great accident of history, the inexpensive, at that time, crystal microphone and the first tube amps. And then you add the harmonica to that. And it goes on and on. So that's why I felt inspired today to wish the Marine Band a happy birthday. I don't know the exact date of the birth of this instrument, but this is one of my all-time favorite things to do, is to play this thing. I actually discovered this instrument when I was a kid, and I had a great uncle who played steam train imitations. He used to work on the Pennsylvania Railroad, and he also played things like the Irish washerwoman. And he played in the old tongue block style. So I had that in my ear when I was a kid, and I played around with it a little bit then, and then I went on to Bob Dylan type stuff, and then I discovered Sonny Terry and Little Walter and Sonny Boy Williamson and all those people, and at that point it was like, you know, it was all over for me, because this is what I was going to be doing with my life. And so anyhow, to finish up, I think I'll just play a little tune for the birthday of this instrument. So thanks for coming to my birthday party, and I'll be back at you soon with another video.